I don't ask for much, okay? Just, three basic analog things. A coffee that doesn't cost me $9 and require a second mortgage. A movie that doesn't demand 3 hours of backstory on some comic book character I've actually avoided since 1993. And a simple goddamn courtesy of people using words that actually exist. That's it. That's the bar. But I think I finally accepted that we as a species are officially doomed. Don't ask me how I feel about it. I'm already kind of dead inside because of it. My therapist says it's a healthy cynicism. But let's talk about the absolute linguistic train wreck that made my soul exit my body. It involves a simple condiment, specifically Worcestershire sauce. Last week, I watched a full grown ass adult man, a person who definitely pays taxes and probably owns a KitchenAid mixer. And he leaned into a server and he asked with the sincerity of a small child for some wash your sister sauce. Wash your sister sauce? Really? And then in that beautiful, tragic, but absurd moment, I knew the great human experiment has failed. Common sense is officially dead. And the cause of death was the catastrophic failure to just listen to the words that are coming out of your mouth. Well, that got me thinking, how the hell did we get here? We, Generation X, the last generation of feral latchkey children who were raised by busy signals and the flicker of MTV, end up in a world where Worcestershire is a linguistic Rubik's Cube. Well, I'll tell you how. It was the murder of cursive. And I can feel the eyes rolling already. You're thinking, okay, Grandpa, here we go. Yeah, you're damn right. Just shut the hell up and listen, because you're on my lawn. This isn't just nostalgia for chalk dust and hypercolored t-shirts. This is about why your brain is currently running on a demo version of the operating system. I remember Mrs. Davidson's third grade class, the sheer agony that woman went through of trying to get those capital Q's to look like fancy twos and not a dying tadpole. It was discipline, and it forced your brain to connect thoughts into a flowing physical line. And it was the last time that we were forced to think sequentially. Now, we have predictive text that finishes our sentence for us, and we traded the nuisance of a handwritten letter for the blunt instrument of a hasty text full of acronyms. And that's an upcoming video, by the way. We've gone from I'm writing to express my sincere gratitude to THX. Great. Thanks for saving 2 seconds of time. You just made yourself sound illiterate. And when you lose the sentence, you lose the thought. You end up in a world where people genuinely believe a valid phrase is for all intents and purposes. I hear that and I just want to toss a chair. It's for all intents and purposes. Or people who say they need to de-thaw the chicken. De-thaw. Think about that word for a minute. What the hell do you think thaw means? So what you're literally saying is that you want to unfreeze it. Just say thaw, The word's in the dictionary. The word exists. This isn't just me being a grammar snob. Language is the operating system of your brain. And right now, you are voluntarily installing a buggy, virus-riddled software patch. We're actively choosing to be less clear. We're actively choosing to be less precise. And ultimately, we're actively choosing to be less intelligent. Which, of course, is going to lead directly for us asking for wash your sister's sauce with a straight face. This linguistic mess is just a symptom of a much bigger disease, the death of critical thinking and basic practical skills. We, Gen X, we were the latchkey kids. We came home to an empty house, made a questionable snack, probably a bowl of like Captain Crunch, and we were told not to come back until the streetlights came on. We learned how to fix a slip bike chain with our bare, greasy hands. We got burned, we got cut, and we learned to shut up about it. We were the last generation that had to get by with analog tools. If you wanted to meet a friend at the mall, you had to actually make a plan. It was called a commitment. We had them back then. And if you were late, your friend just stood there by the fountain plotting your eventual murder. And that taught you punctuality better than any clock ever could. Remember MapQuest? Printing out 5 pages of directions, and if you missed one turn, you were just lost. You'd have to pull over and swallow your pride and ask a stranger for help. Now, this cute little calm voice just keeps saying, recalculating, recalculating. And we blindly obey. We're not in charge of the journey anymore. We're just passengers in a car driven by a satellite who's probably judging your music and your driving abilities. We've outsourced so much of our thinking. Common sense it's a muscle, and ours is just dying from disease. We're like astronauts whose legs just simply forgot how to walk because, well, they float everywhere. And here's the part that really chaps my ass. Our whole identity as a generation was built on sarcasm and detachment. Our mantra was, whatever. While the boomers were busy congratulating themselves and the millennials were busy collecting participation trophies, we were in the corner rolling our eyes, listening to our grunge, and perfecting the iconic smirk. We thought not caring was a form of armor. Turns out, we're just lazy. While we were busy not caring, the world quietly forgot how to do basic things. While we were mastering the art of sarcastic comebacks, a new generation was learning that you don't need to know how to spell a word. You just need to know how to get it close enough for autocorrect to figure it out for you. We were supposed to be the guards at the gate of common sense, and we fell asleep at our post because we were probably watching Beavis and Butthead. We were too committed to being the unimpressed, detached observers that we forgot what we were supposed to pass on and pass the knowledge that we took for granted. The knowledge that you rewind a VHS tape before you return it. the knowledge that you read a book, not just skim the first paragraph of its Wikipedia entry. It's our fault. We let it happen. We were too busy being cool to notice the barbarians weren't at the gate. They were in the classroom replacing grammar with group projects. So, yeah, from the death of cursive to the birth of wash your sister's sauce, it's all connected. We traded the hard work of learning for the easy comfort of technology. And we're now reaping the absurd, grammatically incorrect rewards. But maybe it's just me and I'm just fed up. Middle-aged Gen Xer yelling at a cloud that is, in fact, just a cloud. I doubt it, though. I think I'm right. And that's the problem. So let me know in the comments, what's the most ridiculous facepalm inducing common sense is dead moment that you've witnessed lately? I need to know that I'm not the only one in this beautiful, crumbling, wash your sister sauce world. And if you want to join the rebellion of the reasonably minded, or if you just want to feel superior to the wash your sister sauce crowd, do us all a favor. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, don't, whatever. Just don't be a sheep.